What's going on, guys? This is Hugo, and you're watching the Rock On the channel. And today we're going to talk about a movie topic, and that is Evil Things, a low-budget film that I picked up a couple of years ago. The movie is pretty old, but it was a pretty good. It was a pretty good scary film back then. Like I think it came out in 2011, 2012, probably longer than that. But this is going to be a little bit of a long, maybe a little short rant. I'm going to try to cut it in half for you guys so you guys won't be, stalled in for too much. So hope y'all guys enjoy. So last year, maybe like before that, I went to the store, or whatever, electronics store, and I was trying to find something, a little something scary. I was in a scary movie mood. And I needed some help, so I asked one of the coworkers there in the electronic aisle. I was like, "Hey, like, is there any good horror movies out?" And it was like, it was a woman actually. She was like, "No, not really. There was no like good scary movies out at the time." So I was really like desperate. But then I saw this movie in one of the low budget films aisles called Evil Things, and it looked pretty. Well, the box didn't really appeal me that much. I was like, no, I'm not gonna buy this. But I looked at the price and it was only $7. So I was like, you know what, $7 isn't gonna hurt. So I just bought it anyway. And I bought it, went home, and I called my girlfriend up. I was like, hey, I got a scary movie. You wanna come over and watch it with me? She was at work at the time, so she didn't want to watch it then. So I had to wait until the weekend. So she's one of those people that if I'm buying a movie or if I'm doing anything, she wants to always tune in, and she always wants to join in on the fun. So that's not a big deal. So I waited until the weekend, and she came over. I got ordered pizza. Played a few video games with her, and then when the night came, it was time to watch it. So I watched the movie with her, and it was pretty good. I was expecting like I said, it was a low budget film, so I wasn't really expecting much, but the movie was pretty intense. It was pretty engaging, and the story of it is pretty simple. Okay, it's the movie has three girls, like three girls and two guys, and one of the guys now is one of those found footage films. So of course one of the guys is holding the camera. So it's about one of the girls, it's her 21st birthday, and they're trying to hang out, so she just gathers around, she picks up all her friends, and they're going to this house that her auntie or her, I think it's her auntie, that she renovated for them. Now on their way up there, they come across this guy that's stalking them on their way up there. He first cuts them off in a snowy road, and at first it wasn't a big deal. I was like, man, who is this jerk off? Like, what is he doing? So it wasn't really a big deal at the time. And then after that, they went to get something to eat, and they saw the guy again. He just pulled up, staring at them, and then one of the guys on the film, he walks out of the diner, and, he just hits the guy's window, and he drives off quick. And then they catch this guy to start and to finish of the film. He's never gonna stop stalking these people. And then by the end of the film, like right when it's getting close to the end, when they at this house, partying and stuff, then he knocks on their door, and there's like a tape. There's like a tape on the porch, and the guy asks the three girls, should we play it? And they, of course you want to play the tape. So he played it, and it shows him recording these kids, you know, like all the way until they was on their way up to the house, until when they was like spending the night and having a good time and stuff. So they was getting freaked out because he was in their house, So they was like, oh no, oh shit, lock the doors, lock the windows, call the police. But all the phone signals was blocked. There was no signal. So it was getting pretty intense, and I liked it. The film. It was one of those films that that would really mess with your brain if you were watching it by yourself in the dark. So that was what I was really liking about it. And the film also have its problems. And God damn it, man, I wish it didn't. But here's the things I didn't like about the film. First of all, I didn't like how they went to to the cheap route of making this a found footage movie. And what I mean by that is there are so many movies now that, especially the scary films, that requires people to hold a camera. And I think they do that just to appeal to the Paranormal Activity, movie franchise fan base. It shouldn't have to be like that, Just be creative, Like make your own ideas. Like that movie, The Conjuring, they didn't do that, but it shows you that they don't got to go to that cheap route to make this a scary film. And it feels like Evil Things was trying to appeal to those Paranormal Activity fans by saying, hey, let's make this a Paranormal Activity ripoff. They didn't say it like that, but you get the idea. That's what I was really hating about the film, and they could have still made it pretty good without doing that, and it feels like most scary movies now are going to that state, and it shouldn't have to be like that. And to be honest with you, Paranormal Activity wasn't the first film to have that idea. Have y'all seen that movie? What's that movie called? Damn it, what's that movie called? Cloverfield. Cloverfield was the first movie, well, in the United States, that had that idea, and then Paranormal Activity. But Paranormal Activity was pretty good. The first one was, at least. People didn't like it because they were saying it was too much talking, and they didn't like the fact that it was starting to get good towards the middle, toward the end. But I don't know, I liked it. I mean, I liked how they was talking, because it was giving you the ideas of what was going on, how she was haunted as a child. It gave you those perspective ideas, as in, you knew what was going to happen, what was going on. They didn't leave with so many unanswered questions. But second one was good. Third one was garbage. Fourth one, it just went out of control. I didn't like it after that. But another thing I didn't like about about Evil Things was the characters. Like the kids in the film. Now, the people that played a role as the characters or whatever, they did fine, except this one girl, and this girl was just acting like a whiny little bitch. Towards the start of the film. Now when the 21-year-old girl picked everybody up, when she picked up that girl that I just talked about, she was acting moody, acting sick. She didn't want to be on the film, didn't want to be on the camera. I mean, there was a couple of times she was acting pretty cheerful, but that was like when they went out to the diner. But after they saw that guy, she was acting a little moodish again. And then she didn't want to volunteer in anything. She didn't want to. She was acting so stiff in the movie. It was like she was killing the mood for me. Every time it showed her, and when it came down to the part when when the person or whatever was trying to kill the kids and stuff, and when the other guy was like, get your cell phones out. When I was saying, lock the doors, she didn't. She was acting so stupid, like she wasn't. Like, and I understand, like with horror films and thriller movies or whatever, there are going to be some people in the film that's going to act a little, uptight, and there's, all right, look, let me explain this. On these thriller movies or whatever, there are these types of people. There's a romance type, there's a loving type, there's a person that's a hard getting type, and what I mean by that is he has most survival priority, a male or a female, and there's gonna be a person that's gonna be stiff, the bitchy type, the person that doesn't want to tune in on anything, and I can understand that, but when it comes to something serious, they can act like that. But when it comes to something serious, that's when you got to put stuff aside. You got to be like, okay, all right, that's enough messing around. We gotta team up. We gotta see how we're supposed to survive this. We gotta work together. That's when all that stuff got to be pulled aside. But she was acting moody and stupid to start to finish, especially in the end when the guy wanted her to hold the camera for him so he could help protect the girls, but she didn't want to do that. She was like, no, I don't want to hold the camera. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Come on, girl, just I really wanted her to die in the movie. I really did, but that wasn't the case. I mean, the movie was still all right, but the main thing that killed it for me, in the whole film, okay, was the fact that it did not show the guy that was chasing these kids. It did not show you who it was, what it was, and the reason for the whole thing. Like, it left you with so many unanswered questions. Now, there was a scene in the like by the like end of the film where it showed like a guy looking at the found footage that the kid was recording through the movie, but you don't know who that was. You don't know if that was a police officer or one of the parents of the kids, you know. So you don't know who it was, you know. It didn't really sympathize of who that person was, you know. It was just showing a guy in the back like watching like, you know, that's it. It didn't really, you didn't know who that person was. And the stuff that the person was doing, you know, recording the kids or whatever, how he got inside the house, and there was a scene on the movie where these kids was lost in the woods, like they was going out hiking and stuff, you know, just trying to see the environment outside, and they was getting lost, and they was hearing like weird sounds, and there wasn't no sound of an animal. Now, if you have like a stereo or whatever, or a home theater system, you can hear these sounds. But if you got like a standard like sound device system, you're not gonna hear it. So if you're gonna watch this film, I recommend you buying like a sound bar or something that plays some good side effects in the background. But it was playing some weird animal sounds and stuff. Not like a real, not like an animal, but like something like demonic, you know. So I don't know if the I don't know if the person was a demon or a ghost or an evil spirit or a monster in general. I don't know if it was human. I don't know, you know. So if y'all seen this film or whatever, if you have any ideas of what the thing was, let me know, you know. So to me, that was a big letdown, you know, because that was what I really wanted to know was what was this thing chasing these kids, you know. Whatever it was, it could drive a truck. So that was the main flaw. That was the biggest flaw to me on that film. Now, other than the whiny girl and the fact that it didn't show you the guy or the thing that was chasing these kids, other than that, the movie is pretty good. It was a pretty good low budget film, you know, and it's hard to find good low budget scary films out there, and I got so many low budget scary films that are bad, especially the ones that fails to deliver the scary tactics that it should be, you know, and I'm gonna be reviewing those pretty soon too, but. I think that's about it. I think that's all that I want to rant about in the film. Now, should I recommend you guys to see this film? Hell yeah, you guys should see this movie. Now I know what you guys are thinking. You know, he spoiled it for us, whatever. But you know, I'm sorry about that. But I think you guys are gonna still more than likely gonna like it. You know, so you know, just check it out whenever y'all get the chance, or whatever. Or if y'all guys got a Netflix account, or if you guys are on Hulu Plus, whatever. See, I'm not on Hulu. I'm not on Hulu. I'm not on Netflix. I'm one of those top gambling people. If I see a movie in the store straight up, I'm gonna buy it. You know, I mean, I'm shoot. I mean, I don't download stuff. I just buy it. Yeah, so I think that's about it or whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, I think I typed down everything or whatever. Yeah, so this is Hugo. You know, from Facebook or whatever. Add me on Facebook for more details or whatever. If y'all need more further details or further questions or whatever, or if y'all seen the film yourself and y'all want to talk to me about it, or if y'all want any more recommendations, let me know or put it on the comments section below. You know, let me know what you guys think about this rant. And that's about it. Y'all have a good day and go and watch Evil Things. I highly recommend you guys seeing the film. All right, peace.